how does an organization become data driven? Obviously, you're on a multi-year path to do that. What change management procedures aid in this cultural shift?
Maybe we start by defining change management. That is ideally a structured approach to moving from a current state where you are to a desired state where you want to be. And it will involve people changing behaviors to drive towards those desired outcomes, usually through a few stages. One is realization that something needs to change, to adopting new behaviors, to becoming proficient at those behaviors, and then ideally becoming fully engaged and an advocate for the change. Grange is fortunate to actually have a change management department. And so they've been helping us through all kinds of change opportunities over the last few years. But even without an organization like that, there are steps that you can take to become more data informed. But within the broader context, I also have to recognize that it doesn't hurt any of this that business and cultural zeitgeist has normalized data and analytics. You think everybody has heard of data driven over the past couple decades, or knowledge economy, or big data and AI and machine learning, and a whole host of other concepts like that. So I think instead of being at a point where we were 20 years ago, where people said, we're doing fine the way that we are, now we're at the point of, well, it sounds like everybody's doing this. Are we falling behind if you haven't started yet? Or on the other end of it, I'm sure glad we started doing this stuff because I can't imagine going back to the way that we were. So I think you would mention like cloud, right? I think, and what that's enabling. I think what's changed over those 20 years is, one, this massive increase in cheap storage. Two, the processing speeds to handle a ton of analysis. Three, there's new ways of collecting and interrelating all kinds of data types. And then four is all the tools that are extremely powerful that can put the analysis in the hands of non-specialized end users for a lot of different companies, for those who can't afford or don't hire the PhD specialists. So I think that storage and processing early on got us to be able to have a lot of data just to serve customers in an operational or transactional sense. And then the processing, the integration, and the tools has allowed us to start analyzing all of that operational data, to start doing things like learning and anticipating what our customers' needs and wants are. So I think that's where change management began in this space. It started with a have to store for operations to I want to capitalize on what I've got. And so for the most part, and for most people or businesses now, I think there's the awareness of this desired outcome that we all want to get to. We all recognize that we need to get there. But if you haven't really started, or if you're just beginning, then I think the first place to start is to get buy-in on this. And to get buy-in on it, you're going to need to forecast value and returns. It really becomes business case. And from there it evolves. So you start with your strategies and work backwards, like our 50-50 by 2025. From a data and analytics perspective, if I'm working with the strategists on this, those initiative owners, I'll say, well, what are the opportunities to make decisions on data? What analytics can I help you with? What's the current mix of your business? What are the current growth rates? Is it possible to get to 50-50 in 10 years or now 5 years? Are there gaps that we really need to accelerate on? How might we change that mix? If we have to increase commercial sales, how are we going to do it? Do we have enough agencies that we sell through to even enable you to do it? What if we could predict new geographies with new agencies that you might want to partner with? All of those things we can insert into the business. And so my point there is to become integrated with the business goals and insert reports and insights that help them become better at what they're already trying to do. So I believe, and I sure hope, that people like to make decisions from a standpoint of data and fact, evidence-based decision-making. So give it to them. Start small with things that you can do with your current team. Calculate the value or the ROI of what you're producing. that they didn't have before. That's pure incremental. Gain advocacy with those few key initial partners. Those advocates can support you as you move to new projects. Go into those projects, the next ones, with the same idea. Help them achieve their goals. But don't just start building reports and tools and models on things that no one's asking for. I think that's a tendency. You get excited, you want to start showing stuff. That's the shiny object effect. And building something that looks cool but doesn't help anybody is not going to get you very far, though it's tempting. And then, so basically you find the business problems, help solve them with low-hanging fruit wins, use test and learn on small scales, show the ROI, business case the next opportunity, show that value, and continue to evolve. Over time, your business cases get bigger, your impact gets bigger, and you'll find yourself in your own department at some point business casing more staff, more data, more tools, and your reach becomes larger and larger and really integrated to the business. So the key is to tie your efforts to the business needs. Don't build tools looking for someone to want it. And once you're done, measure and communicate the value so that no one has to wonder if the investments in data analytics are worth it just because everyone else is doing it.
Probably great advice to end on. So thanks for that, and appreciate your time today. So I just want to say, please visit cdomagazine.tech for more videos from Jason and others. And Jason, again, appreciate your time today. Thank you very much.
John, thank you. Enjoyed it.